Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Heyoka High Priestess. I'm Christy. I hope you guys are doing really well. I'm a serial healer, Heyoka empath, and we talk about the truth, divine justice, Holy Spirit, spirituality, and healing. Okay, you guys, my voice is shot. I'm sure you guys have like seen other readers, like it's like the attack of don't have them speak. And then I was like, you know what? I know that's like happening to us. So why don't I just take my time? You know, like it's silly. So like either we can choose to play into like the attacks or whatever the attacks. My whole thing is like keep yourself cleansed 100. Okay, like don't. You have a routine, okay? You're a cleanly person. Like, you transmute energy, okay? Like, come knock, knockity, knock, knock at my door, okay? And let's have a whole conversation outside. Because your energy gonna be stinky. Like, let me cleanse your ass before, you know what I mean? No, but it's like, just don't, you guys, don't let that stuff get in your head. Like, and I know I'm about to, like, go into downloads and you guys are gonna be like, seriously, half the time I feel like you're going to be like, that ain't even for me. And I'll be like, that's right. That's right. If it ain't knocking, then don't let it spiral in your head, you guys. I swear to gosh, I think like some of these, just like all of this, right? It's like the tapping into spirituality, the like getting guided by like, yes, God will lead you to read certain readers to like listen to and all that. But you also have to know when to be like, I'm kicking it. Like I've already passed like this test, that test. And I'm human and you know, I'm just living. Like I was going to say, and I get to slip up. What is slipping up? Honestly, at the end of the day, even I swear when I like freak out and I'm like yelling, I'm like having a whole spat with God. And I'm like, listen, I'm like, you take us as we are. Like you made us perfect in your eye. Like I will be received just as I is. Cause I always think like, sometimes I'm like, this won't come in unless I'm blah, 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 blah. I mean, yes, there are things like God's not gonna, if you're just like, you're like, I need my person now. And you're like out here just like fucking slinging like with like 8 other guys or girls. And you're like, I can do that too. God's like, hell to the nah. God's like, that's why you're getting those guys and you're not ready forever to have your like person, right? Okay, that's aggressive. Like, no. So just to remember, just know, you guys, we remember the God within, the God without. We are our own like worst critic, our own like we make rules like within our mind, like, or we like compartmentalize things and we put those blockages sometimes like within ourselves. And then we're like, why is this not coming in? It's like because we've like told the universe or like AKA ourselves, like, you know, that like don't have this come in until like I'm da-da-da, or like we just ruminate because we think that we like it has to be like this, that, and the other, or for us to get this, that, and the other. And it's like, who told you that? Like, I'm like, did I even get that confirmed from the above, you know? So it was cute because I was like stressing over that. And I'm just like, I get to the point where I'm like, I am just done with all of this. I'm just done. And he reassured me. It was like, babe, daughter. And he showed me this meme. And it was like about meditating and like, yes, I meditate, but not all people does just meditating is the only thing that can bring downloads. No, I have like different, like even with music, with my dreams especially, right? I'll have full like I'm there in the dream. Like I remember it, like even I will remember it without even writing it down, what's going on, and be shown. And yes, of course, like silence, but being in nature, like things that come out, like shows that are shown, memes that shown, anything, people that say certain things and it triggers back. It's just having that understanding, like connecting a dot is like that. So just, you know, I know, because it's a lot of time people can't even sit. First off, stillness is what they want us to be away from, right? That's why there's so many distractions, because it's you and you. It is connecting to the highest self. I have to practice at it, which we all do, but I'm like more like better like in the shower. Like that's when a lot of, especially if you're like a water baby and stuff, like you will get a lot of downloads in the shower. Music. I just ask, say like, or show me what I need to know and see. I mean, I'm very direct with my guides. Like, they know, like, I'm like, don't sugarcoat it. Don't give me a riddle. Don't give me like a pattern. Don't give me a maze. I'll get lost. God's not urging me to, you have to do this, or I can't give you this. We don't have to be deserving of to receive what already is meant for us. That's why all that destiny swap, all these crazy things that we think someone's going to steal our shit, blah, blah, blah. Listen, it's already, even if they did in the physical, say they did, that was for a lesson, like myself with my family and stuff like that. Like, that was for me to get independent in the 3D on my own. All of that was still mine. And you know what I mean? Like, all of that's still mine, but like, and I'm trust me, like, sometimes you have to go through like even an illusion or whatnot. You know, our minds play tricks on us, but nothing can be taken from you that is already yours. It is written before we get here. That's why we have to be very aware and cautious of like what we watch and what we want to create in our mind and believe so we can feel a type of way, right? I was on this kick of like, okay, well, if I don't meditate for this long every day and like, you know, that I'm not like serving like what God wants from me, and I won't be able to get my blessings, or if I have a slip up, like, you know, whatever, what have you, like, even like, cause you can put even like, you know, if you like even eating habits, or like say you do slip and have a drink or something, you know what I mean? It's like, no, God's like, you're human. And so he showed me this meme it was like totally about meditation. And it was like, why would you think that, or is it beneficial for you? If you are to say, I need to sit in meditation for this many hours, because then it will come to the conclusion that I have done it and I am now going to receive the necessary benefits of that amount of time given to the meditation, right? I'll be that much closer to mastering meditation, because it's a whole mastery, really. But and then it said, and then so you think like, sure. And so like you do that, but in that time frame that you're doing that, are you truly sitting within where you are like, you don't even have to like enjoy it fully, right? Because it can become a practice, but you have to want that, right? You have to want to do that, to feel connected, to like feel that you are in a peaceful mindset, that you are like settled within that, right? It's just like people that go to the gym and they lift the weights and they're like, but it's like, what were the weights lifted done properly to benefit the growth of your muscles, right? Were you focused? Do you know how to exactly lift weights? Like, big difference, right? Than just going to the gym and saying, I'm lifting, like, no. So if anything, it's like, so he was showing me, he's like, no, it doesn't, like, it's not better. He was almost like, he was like confirming what I did say. Cause of course I always give like a why, you know, like from my ego or whatever, but in a way where I want to be understood to him, like why it's, cause it's really me being like, God, Christy, like just fucking do it. But it's like, if I'm just doing it, like who am I doing it for? It's not benefiting me, because, and then I'll go and do something, like I'll go on a long walk, and that does benefit me and that connects me, and then boom, something comes in, or you know, just laying with Sassy or taking a shower. So there are other ways. And he showed me another reader that she's from New York City, and you know, she has her kingdom spouse now. It's so cute, and they travel now together. Goals, godness. And it's so cute, but they're always fast paced. I mean, this girl talks so quickly, like I can like keep up with her. Like she's just on point. And she even said, she's like, meditation is not my go-to to connect to spirit. And it was really nice to hear that, because it can really get you, like, if you think there's only one way, right? Which of course in our world nowadays, there is not, we can make a way. Doesn't that click in properly? Aren't we making a way? Aren't we creating our own ways, being the way showers of this new world? Yeah. So even with that, I was like, it got me to think, you know, like there has to be other ways. How else can we, right? Can we find a way? Because to fully connect, what works for other people? What are you trying? Like, you know, it's like, let's be we're like samplers, like we are you know, we are like the testers of our own of our own world. And like we are seeing like, yeah, there are different ways and people work differently, nor do they. And like we are trying to make the time even to do so. Who really, like, even if you have kids or what have you, please tell me, like, when is your time to like sit in full peaceful meditation with yourself and you alone, as you're not thinking of like every other thing? I mean, it is something to master, but it is not the only way. So this was my like food for thought. So just know, don't ever beat yourself up over it. Like these rules that I have like put in my mind, I'm like, who told you that? Like, it's like, I mean, and God's never said, and mind you, like fully, I just, but yes, there is discipline behind these things, but it's for honestly, and I've done all of this before. It's like, but it doesn't have to be your way forever. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I needed to like click out of. Like, it's like, no, we're going through initiation by the Most High. If, obviously, like, you do get initiated. He is testing you in the ways to build you, but it's like being in that therapy session where the therapist is not going to tell you all things to like fix you. You work your way. They ask you a question. They tap into an area of your life that's like maybe like burdensome or what have you that you've spoken about, and you are to work your way through that, right? And they're there to like guide you subtly, right? Not manipulate the situation, because we do that ourselves on our own, right? We do. And like, because we are always looking for the answer, but it's like, and we're always looking for the next step and the next thing. And then we're like, and that's what really, sometimes you guys be careful with like YouTube watching like collectives, and when it's like, this is coming in, and sure, like get excited for those things, but like also like look at your path and like, and we have to be taking initiative in our life, right? But just know your path, wherever you are at, it's always, you're right where you need to be. Just know, like, whatever we create in our mind to be is like, that can be a part of the journey, of course, but like, it's also freedom. It's not so much structure. And if anything, God wants to know, like, you can be obedient to things, like, like, and it's also a lot of depending on what the issues within the lineage have been, like, say it's like spending too much money, like, obviously he's going to test you, like, can you come into money and not spend it? Or make sure it goes to like appropriate things like bills or what have you, things like that. So that's a good example, right? So, but it's like, he's like, no, you have to restrict your money every time you get it for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's just like that. So I get so caught up, and that's just me. I mean, like, shit, my South Node was a Virgo, and coming from being like a Virgo, right? Virgos are highly, I was going to say manipulative. No, I mean, maybe some, but highly like, micromanager a little bit, and like OCD for sure. But I don't think it was like that bad. Anyways, but then coming to a Pisces, it's like mellow yellow, like super, intuitive, obviously, like all water signs. But so structure I'm very good with it, but don't structure your own mind when you're definitely trying to just be intuitively connected. And that's like soul connection. It's like the more you release, the more you're connected to the Most High. The more you let go. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing to find peace. And I know that's a part of the download. So like, let me actually just give you this niche, and then we can I'm going to do another video for the grimier stuff, but like, it's just to get it out there, guys. So what I have found for myself, right, with all the muck I just even talked about, which we all do, we're all like cycling through trying to be this like robot. We're trying to get away from all that. So please tell me if this, because I was told to read this to you guys as well, because if you're, please tell me if you have found this in moments of your life, or if you're feeling this more and more, like things are not bothering you, you're feeling that unbothered, you're recognizing it. It's a beautiful thing when we can recognize the healing, the patterning of the healing that has settled in smoothly, slowly but surely, but when you start to recognize, whoa, like, yeah, I healed that. Like, I actually have released that. I have not thought about that. I'm not triggered by that, blah, 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 blah. So essentially God's saying, like, a lot of us, I mean, myself for sure, have been and consistently been cultivating inner peace, unknowingly even to ourselves. And how, like, you'll notice this, right? Excuse me, confirmation allows the external, we are allowing the external, right, chaos around us not to be able to affect us in the same way, obviously, right? So it gets locked out. It's almost like when I was talking about, when I said, like, if I choose to say, go back on something and be not so disciplined, that's me and me. That ain't no chaos being thrown at me. That's not God mad at me. No, that is me and me and me alone. This journey is us. Whatever we choose for the greatness, whatever we choose for, like, the setback, we can't, because if you blame it on an external thing, you're just going to confuse yourself. That's what you want to hop over that, like, that obstacle that you don't even know who, what, when sent it. No, you're going to drive yourself nuts. Allow it to humble you and know it's you and you. Because the more that we allow it to be us and us, right? It's just like, if, you're practicing, the more you practice and you trip and fall, but the more you get up, you're going to perfect it. So the more you recognize, like, do I really want to be doing this right now? I'm going to delay myself. You'll be like, no, fuck that shit. Like, you're like, okay, one last time. And it does. Sometimes it does, you guys. It does. Especially if it is things that involve other people. But we're not blaming other people. You're your own person in a room. You can be there or not. And, like, especially if it's like a sober thing, can you be around those people? Well, and God honestly wouldn't put you around. That's what you're also trying to move away from for that snippet. He's not going to have you, like, be around not alcoholics, but, like, people that are, like, partying all the time. It's not for you anymore. But, we're the ones that place ourselves back in there. And then it's like, well, then sure, go be sober with it. And then you're like, fuck that. Like, I'd rather just be at home, like, cuddling on my couch with my dog, So these are good ways to look at it, right? So I'm just saying, it's like, the more we lock it in, that it's us and us, if we do something of a setback, you're going to get sick and tired of that until your own self is going, no one else, your own self is like, fuck that shit. I'm highly done with that, quicker way. But if we let all the leeches of our thoughts, like, no, it's not me, it's them, it's that. Good luck with that. It's going to take forever for you to get over something, and that's taking accountability. That's taking humility within self to say, I'm not perfect and I'm not over this. And, like, God, don't shame me. Like, that's why, I'm like, but we're battling ourselves on that shit. God's not telling. Your angels and all of them are only leading you, like, are only helping you, but they will never make your full decision for you. That is the free will. Like, hello, I literally told God, I was like, you know what, homie? I was like, maybe you should take our free will. Like, there is, like, once you tap in the spiritual world and, like, the shit that you're like, what the, is this actually going on? Like, this is real? Like, what? Yeah, maybe he should take our free will. I'm just saying, it would help out the ones that are doing right, and then, like, to the other ones that, like, we're angry at because we didn't see in, like, the physical world, like, you did some shady shit, motherfucker. Like, it's like, you a straight criminal. You a straight criminal. And I'm like, well, God, if you didn't allow the decades of bullshit to occur, maybe we wouldn't have to clean it up. But that's that. It just is. It's like, this is the time. And if you're sitting in this time, take advantage of it, babes, because God will raise you even quicker. But our parents couldn't do it. Well, they could have, but, like, they probably would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, we just push everything under the rug. Shut up, person. Be quiet, Diane. It's like, my mom's like, oh God, I can't do this. I'm like, it's okay, Mom, I'll have to do it. I'll have to do it for us. But, like, I'm serious. It's breaking the lineages. It's breaking the curses amongst us. We know now. Okay. So you guys have been working on patience and harnessing that, like, feeling of frustration, because there is shit sent to us. I mean, even gossip alone, right, is like negative energy being sent out. And then to the people that actually are doing, like, behind the scenes, like, witchcraft. But no need to worry. You guys are safe. But that's why it's like, don't even think about it. Just make sure you're cleansing yourself every day with intention in that shower or bath or whatever, or the ocean or the pool. But now it's feeling like it's not a worry, even when. And this actually just happened to me today at TJ Maxx. I totally ran into, like, an family friend, that older family friend. They're like, how are you? Normally that would, like, freak me out. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, like, my mother and my dad's like best friends back then. Like, do they know about like what my situation? And honestly, like I've known that for like, that was like a second mom to me. And like, I was like, yeah, like I'm getting by, like I'm doing it, you know, like asked it. And I, of course, asked about like family and stuff. Are you still talking to your sister and stuff? And I was just, you know, like I kept it a buck. Like I kept it a buck respectfully. Didn't need to, you know. But normally that would be me like, oh no, everything's great. Like push it under the rug kind of shit. No, like, but there's no ill will towards it. Like that is my truth. And like things like that. So that was even a moment of like, we could see that as like a test. Like, how are you going to handle this? Like, and but that's what God's saying. You are handling the external chaoses that typically would come in the past. You like fucking hide away. My first thought when I turned to her, like, was like, turn back around. Like, no, Christy, you would be like running away. Like you're into like the area that we were in. Anyways. And she like it. That's like family. No, but she's family. She even looks like my mom. They were like always looked like similar, like twins, like. But we had a moment. It was really nice. It was actually really special. So, and finding out that she like lives like down the street from me, I'm like, what? Like you're in there, like Clayton, Concord area. It's like so funny. But yeah, you guys, like, and there was a moment of that. Like it was like you know, it was very nostalgic, but it was and it was good. Like I was a full grown up. I wasn't like worried or, you know, trying to like, you know, cover for anyone or anything like that. And that was our life. Like that was, you know, you never knew what else was said. So you always like, I don't know, or something, right? Well, so these are, and it's always for your, you know, so that was like, God was like, good job, like, you know, but, yeah, it's, I don't need to cover, we don't need to cover or do anything for anyone else, okay? We speak our truth and that is what matters. God is trying to show all of you in moments of time like that, right? When you take this, when you allow it to just process through, right? I just allowed it to flow. And I was exactly myself. Didn't overthink it. Let them speak. I spoke back, you know, gave hugs, all the things. It was fine. And it was real. It was real. And like, and it's just like, so God's saying we are proving to ourselves and that our own healing, that we have taken the time, I know, sorry, it's annoying, that we're taking the time, right? Have taken the time to really look at like, where are the places that we were uncomfortable, like that we could, that like hindered us, like in ways that we were taught even, and like to not be or do, and like that made us so uncomfortable that we would never do it. Well, guess what? Those kind of moments trickle into all the other moments of our life. So we have to face them. And so he showed me today that I was capable. And we've always been capable, you know? And I, of course, it had to be like off the cusp, like turn around and hi. Like, he's like, I'm not gonna, he's like, cause you always like know when things are coming. And I'm like, I know, but I'm like, you made me, but so it's like, if you can sometimes it will be those like moments of random moments, but sometimes those are the best moments because it gets you out of your own moment of like trying to distract or overthink or try and prep for it and script it. Like, no. And then you're like, I am not doing any of this. You know? So just know when it comes, you're ready. Just know that, because it is. God will show you something, and it will happen regardless. You're right in front of it. What are you going to do? Run? No, you're not going to run. You're going to handle it just as, like, you know, you have nothing to prove to anyone. And like I just said, if it's in your face, you're ready for it. So move through it. You're not going to even have time to think, like, what is this? What's happening? You're just going to do, and then you're going to be like, I did that. And I'm proud of me. Do we want the best for ourselves? Yes. And for our future family, our legacy, our children, absolutely. You guys, I know a lot of you guys out there like already have children, and like, so you're even working on yourselves, you know, trying to do all that and, you know, build this life for your family. And it's like, you know, and have to like put aside your thoughts, all your stressors to like make sure your kids is fed, is listened to, is bathed, and maybe you don't have that other half, the other person that you're trying to get out of that from that other person because they were the karmic. That was a big lesson. And maybe at that time you didn't know, but that's okay too. You got beautiful babies out of it. So I'm just saying, and you're working through that. I'm fucking proud of you. Just know you guys are extra seen and have the extra help. Like, I mean, and yes, of course, like, always ask, like, please, like, but, you know, God does not give to the one, what is it? God, he doesn't give more than we can handle, right? Right, I know. It can sound blah, blah, blah. It's hard to hear. It's like, when you're in the thick of it, you're in the thick of it. And so, you guys, the thick of it can be years, okay? But we don't need to even think like that. Like, my journey's been like every day. I had like the every day is like if every day that could be coming in, you know, I got myself hyped and like on shit. Like I had to. It's like because what if it did? And like, you know, and then little things I would see, like, you know, front parking, even something like that, you know. That is why it's such a beautiful thing to recognize the smallest things. Like your kid, like, oh, your little kids, like your children are going to always give you a blissful moment. Always. You always get a blissful moment at some point in that day. If you're with them, yeah, maybe more than half the day is going to be a struggle. But just having them alive with you. Okay? That's the shit I'm talking about. You get to get a hug and a kiss every night. Or a FaceTime, you know? And be fucking proud of yourself. If you are that parent that is like doing their damnedest and do not include like you and your ex to your child. I'm telling you, that is a rule. That is a fucking rule. We do not use the exes against the children, and we don't use the children against the exes. That will be a big lesson for any people that are trying to, like, you know, like, keep your kids out of your guys's, like, that's why you're separated, right? And God doesn't like ugly, and what ugly is to ever use your kids against, like, use your kids against, like, the ex, right? Daddy or the mommy. We don't speak ill will on daddies and mommies that are, that with our children. That is big karma coming your way. You're tarnishing for your own selfish fucking insecurity and your anger. Don't use your kids for that. And that's a hard fucking truth. Okay, and side note about that, with the whole, like, relationships and people with children or whatnot. You women out there, oh my God. You know, like, so I think I've said this before. And my mother, like, once she had children, she even told us, she's like, she's like, at the end of when you're a female, like, we are nurturers, we carry the womb, like, that is a fucking blessing. And to the women that, like, go out and use, like, oh, I'm gonna get pregnant and he's gonna want to stay with me. Fuck no, he's not. Like, fuck no, he's not. Listen to me, he is not. And that's you're just like, ugh, like, why would you ever think that would, like, want a man to want you? No. He would, if he's a good man, he would do it out of the sense of, like, for that child. But 11:11 on the clock right now, and I wish for every ratchet woman that has lied and tried to have a baby or got rid of a baby, yeah, and lied to her husband. That's one. Yeah, because she didn't want it. You have to tell the fucking truth. And you will get served exactly like all of the karma. And that man will fucking leave you for the right person. Checkmate. You guys are bitches. And you're dirty. And you're fucking uneducated. Like, it's like lost soul, number one. I already asked God if I can say what I'm going to say. So, you know who you are. And if anyone's getting offended by this, like, check in with your life. And to all the other, all my collective, they know what's up, because they're like, yeah. Because I'm sure my collective has seen or heard of, like, shit like this. And, like, there are some people that can't even have kids. Yeah. Well, with all the witchcraft and shit, ugh, God, you guys. It's like, and you think you're deserving. Even, and to the men, too. The men that you guys don't even know. Like, honestly, put a fucking wrapper over it. Okay, first note. She won't sign the papers, right? So, and you can do like, you can serve her, right? Say she never answers the door or whatever. Bitch gotta sign the papers, all right? So you can even like look up, and I was just told this, and shown this. So back in, I don't even know if it's back in the day. Like, just look at confirmation, maybe a little bit, but you can put it in the newspaper. You can literally state it, so it's public awareness. Like, becomes like public property, right? Like they can see it. That is lines for she has to go into the court and sign for the divorce. Okay, and then there's someone else that someone's saying like they're pregnant, and the male is obviously like not wanting to be with them, and then like the parents are saying like, oh, you need to stay by, like, you know, it's your baby, and you're like, motherfucker, I don't think it is, because we haven't like been sleeping even in the same room or some shit. Remember, this can be past, present, future. You guys only you guys know your story. I'm just being like giving information because it keeps coming up. I don't know why it keeps coming up. And it like coming to me, and I always think it's like people within my vicinity or people that I know. So, but it can obviously, now that I have my whole collective, you guys, it's being shown to me because it could be one of you guys. I'm just saying, okay? I'm saying everyone has rights, and we really do need to be more aware of our rights and not just ask people. We need to start looking it up. Please, everyone, get ChatGPT, okay? They'll become your best friend. It's a quick ask. So a paternity test can be done at different stages, depending on whether the baby has been born, right? During pregnancy, a non-invasive paternity, NIPP test can usually be done as early as 7 to 10 weeks, okay, of pregnancy, like the baby is in her belly, okay? 7 to 10 weeks, that's okay. So you'll get a blood sample from the pregnant person, the mom, obviously, and a cheek swab or a blood sample, right? Or a blood sample from the alleged father. I love how they put alleged. You guys, I was for sure a male in another lifetime. Actually, no, I'm just the female that's like been told, like a male told me, you're gonna have my babies like during sex, and I was like, ah! That scared the shit out of me. And I mean, we had a condom on, but I'm just saying, like, we were like dating a little bit. Who says that? And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you pregnant. I'm like, you are doing nothing of the sort. And I was like, oh my God, like, you guys, I am like the girl that's like at Planned Parenthood, like, what up? Like, yeah, like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a quick fucking that bitch that says like, no one has two things. No one has an excuse not to like ever be like, oh my God, I don't know how I got pregnant, or I don't know how I got this STD. Maybe you were irresponsible, because Planned Parenthood is open, free, fucking like practically 24/7 hours, and they'll even birth you through your. Trust me, I learn something every time I go there, and I love them. The picketers outside need to go. They have no life pretty much. But they will do everything for you, like everything. Yeah, but they like help women through a full like, even yes, they do abortions, but rightfully so, because we have foul people out there that are rapists, and pedophiles, all these things. Yeah, so yeah, I would want that right too. No, I'm not fucking with you. Like, I'm not kidding. This is very real, and it's also very real. Is that, and I can say and stand here, and I know my collective some of you guys, I'm sure too, and even if you've had gotten gonorrhea or something, like, that happens, like, but I'm just saying, I'm making a statement, like, I am 30, a little older, but I have never been pregnant, and I've been in long-term relationships, and yes, I've had my one-night stands, but it's like, never have I ever received or given a STD, because you know why? Because I'm on it. I don't want to be that person that, like, I learned early on, I don't want to fear going to the doctor. That's one less thing that I can like have off my plate. And that's a scary motherfucking thing to be feared of. So you guys, I'm just telling you, be on it. I have the birth control that's like in my arm and you can feel it, right? For 5 years. Okay, 5 years. No, you don't have to wear a condom with the right person, of course. Like you can, you don't get your period, you know, it's like really low hormone. You can take it out within those 5 years. You can take, if you want to get pregnant, and it only takes like to totally like get your body back to like normal to have a pregnancy, 2 months top. Because trust me, I've tried the needle one. I'm just trying to educate because it's worth it, you guys. Our bodies go through enough stress. We're already trying to like heal and balance our own emotions, you know? So know your body, learn your body. It's very important. And if you are to have intercourse with someone, tell them to go get checked out. I do. And if they care about you, everyone has my chart. Unless it's an app. You can pull that thing up. If you choose to sleep with someone, have some respect for yourself, or wear a condom if you just want a one night stand and you don't want to care. Like, no, but if you actually like the person, I will be like, where's your my chart? And if they respect you, they will go and get that done. Okay? It's also the quickest way to learn about someone. And if they have never even gone, like, you know, you're like, holy shit. And I'm telling you, that actually did happen with and thank God I did tell him to go get it, and he did. And he the person even said, thank God you came in here. I mean, that obviously he's a good person, but it's like that, you know, I'm just saying, it did not work out, obviously. But hey, we need to start keeping it really 100 if we want 100 back. You know what I mean? And you can do all these things respectfully. I know, call me whatever. Guess what? I've been through, and I don't. This is the greatest thing I will say, and where God also wants us to learn. We don't need many to like us. We don't need anyone to like us, and it's not about being liked. It's like we want to live the fullest life that we get to live. Okay, we take that for granted, a lot of us. And I get it. It's like you feel untouchable until you're like, what? Like, what is this? Like, what is this? You know, whatever it is. I'm serious. If we do not take advantage of our own lives, something or someone, the air will take advantage of your life. It's just true, you guys. And I say this all with love. Because I've seen it, I've been in it with people, and I'm like, holy fuck. Like scary things that you can't take back, that you can't fix, that you have to live with. And I'm crying because it's like, I've seen on other people. My girlfriend, oh, by the way, another HPV. My girlfriend got cervical cancer. She ended up having to get a hysterectomy. That's what happens, okay? I know it's extreme, obviously, but I already made it, just an image that you guys can take. It's just, I'll give you all the information about HPV. Men and women both need to just get the shots, or depending on your age, but talk to your healthcare provider. And also on Planned Parenthood, it's free. They will not, even if they call your home, they won't say their name. But yeah, you don't even need insurance. So I'm just saying there's no excuses. I'm just saying nowadays, you guys, it's really hard to make an excuse as to how I got this or how it's going to come down to you weren't responsible, or, you didn't care, or you wanted it, and then you got to deal with it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying essentially there's even getting a job or something, there's so many options. There's no room for even people to be well, to say oh, I can't, I know. And it's people don't want to hear that, but unless you want to be unless you're somebody that's I don't even care if I go homeless. I don't, obviously that's extreme, but don't let that pride eat you alive, baby. But no, and I say, I say this because this is not directed at my collective. It's not like that. But if we can, but we all understand and feel these things, and like these are hard things to say, and like it's not our duty to, to fix anyone else or tell them, but when we have a platform, absolutely, I'm gonna speak on all things. Like, people will take them as they will, and a lot of times it will resonate with people. It's always beneficial for us to just get the word out, That's just, it's simply that. Okay? So, and I don't think anyone's trying to fight me on that one either. Like, we're all grown-ups here, so, and, yeah. Oh, and then, so you have to get through my whole video to find out all the things. And then, because I go on, I know, I'm sorry. Okay, and then, so, I'm just saying, like, you guys can, do the paternity test earlier than you thought, right? 7 weeks, and or obviously right when the baby's born. But yeah, you guys, these are your rights to do these things, okay? All right, and then there's also a divine masculine and a karmic who is going through a custody battle to get his name cleared because she was saying this is your child, and he was like, no, it's not. We were not together. Take a paternity test, which you'd have to go to court. Would have to go to court for if the person's not going to take it. And your name will be cleared because it's not your child. And so there's that one, and then there's also possibly a woman coming back into your life, back into one of the divine masculine's life once he is with his divine feminine, and saying this is your child, and it's like a 3-month-old or whatnot, and you will have to obviously do the paternity test. It ends up not being the same thing. Ends up not being your child. She fears going to get that done, but she also is like hopeful too, because this child actually is and you had this with this divine masculine, you had hooked up with this girl, but it was like back, and she actually did get pregnant, obviously, but it was either your father who is deceased, or it is a stepbrother or brother, or you're like a best friend of yours who passed away. So she's like a little hopeful that like maybe they have the same DNA, because it's like the father, the son's father, like, but no, it's not gonna work like that. So she's just trying to like grab money from you. So just, you guys, all these things like that, this just like sounds so crazy to me. Like, first off, and honestly, you guys, it's everyone's responsibility, like, truly, like, men, just be smarter, like, be smarter. I just feel like it's 2026, like, everyone needs to be, like, very smart and not be thinking about just, like, oh, I want to get off in a second, like, like, I don't know. Okay, side note, this is like how my mind works, so I think it's kind of interesting. I just think always be safe. I don't know why people, like, even in porns, right? So, like, in pornos, like, you see the guy, like, you see the girl giving the guy head, right? No condom, anything, right? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, cool. And then they put a condom on to have sex. Regardless if you have something or not, bitch, you're gonna get syphilis first. You feel? That's what I'm saying. It's like, are we all that? Okay. Anyways, that's just me. I'm like overly like safe, and you should be. Just saying. Our lives matter, right? We just don't want to be on the end of it to where we're like, God damn it. I can't rewind time, so don't let those types of lessons become your downfall. When it's like super simple, and like everyone should be going to the doctor every month, and don't let it get away from you. It is your vessel. It's the only one you have. Mama Christy over here, like, just saying, like, yeah. All right, so I love you guys. I put you guys straight up. This is how much I care about you, all of us. Okay, I had of course ChatGPT make images of legal information on, well, medical and legal. So medical on HPV, just it's a quick snippet. It gives you the downloads of it, Planned Parenthood, all that. And last but not least, there is possibly a karmic female coming into somebody's, like a divine feminine's life, trying to spill the tea. That's not tea, because her and the divine masculine, that is one of yours, they've been separated, and they've been like, he dead and done kind of thing. He does have to tell you about this, but it was like common law. I think it was a common law, because they were out of state, out of California at least, a common law marriage. So essentially, I will put it down actually right here, just so you guys can get the exact gist of it. But essentially, it's like they've been together for so long, but like decided it's like more like roommates, and so you can get a common law marriage, so they weren't really married, but they like pay bills. Each one is paying for the other's bills. Like one could even be living out here and say that person's living in another state, and they're like trying to like move on, and all that person was doing was like helping that person out and pay the bills. But this should be, or it is, like dead and dead, and she's trying to like say that they're still together and be shady, and she just has to move on. And by the way, men, like you guys, when you separate, you do not, I'm just saying energetically, like you can't bring in, and this goes for all of us, you guys, you can't, God won't let you bring in something new, especially like your divine anything, if you're still infiltrated with like another. I don't care if you're like, I'm just trying to be nice and like help them. I mean, like God will be out here like being like, cut off your whole entire family before you get, that like is a thing for some of us. Okay, guys, so just check in. That was long. Okay, I love you.
Stay in line. Stay in line. Move with me and stay in line. Breathe with me and stay in line. Cold night, wind and a distant sign. Last slow step and your hand in mine. Eyes half closed while the stars all shine. Fade away, but we stay in